Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is Wahid Ali from Government Boys Degree College, Pirajagot. Today we are going to discuss one more topic, that is position of an element in the periodic table. There are two objectives of this topic. Number one, what do you mean by position of an element in the periodic table? Second objective is that how can we find the position of an element in the periodic table? The answers of first question or first objective is that if we say or talk about the position of an element, it means we must find three things. One, that element belongs to which block of the periodic table. Secondly, element is present in which period, and thirdly, in which group it is found. If we found these three things about an element, it means we found the position of an element. I will remind here that there are four blocks in the periodic table. One is S block, other is P block, third is D block, and fourth is F block. The answer of the second objective is that we can find out these three things which I mentioned here, that are the position, that are the block, period number, and group number. These three, we can find these three things by using the concept of electronic configuration. So let us discuss the methodology, how to find out the position. We will discuss block wise separately because all the blocks don't have the same rules to find the position of an element. That's why I have discussed separately block wise. So in the case of S block element, which is consist of the two groups, first A group and second A groups, in order to find the block, we will check that which is the orbital or what is the orbital where last electron enters. Actually, in electronic configuration, the last entering electron is called a differentiating electron. It will decide that element belongs to which block of the periodic table. When you do the electronic configuration, then find that where last electron enters, that will give you the position of block of the element. The second is period. Period can be found by looking at the valence shell number or the outermost shell number, or you can say ultimate shell number or the lost shell number. Means when you will fill up the electrons in an atom according to the electronic configuration rules, then you have to see that which is the outermost shell of that element. That outermost shell number will give you the period number. And third is the group. Here you can find out the group by counting the total electron present in the valence shell of an element. Second is the P block element, which is consist of the third A to 8th A groups. Exactly same rules are followed which are discussed in the S block element for finding the position of element in the P block. Means block will be found by observing where last electron enters or on which orbital last electron enters. Period simply by looking at the highest shell number, and group by looking at the total number of the electron present in the valence shell. Now coming to the F block. As you know that F block is consist of first B to 8th B groups. Period and block are found similarly same as mentioned above in the case of S block elements. Group number is understood in the case of F block elements, because F block is consist of the two series. One is called lanthanide series, other is said to be actinide series. Each series contains 14 elements. But one thing is important here, that both of the series belongs to the same group, and that is group number third B. That's why whenever you found that the element belongs to the F block, then you don't have to bother about the group number, but rather simply you write the group number third B, because all of the F block elements which are present in these two series, they belongs to the same group, that is group number third B. Methodology continue. Now D block elements. In order to find the group number of the D block elements, Why I am starting here from the group number? Because to find out the block and to find out the period number, these two rules are common in all the blocks. There is no difference. But in the case of the block element, you have different strategy to find the group number. To find the group number, we have a formula, that is valence s electrons. Means first you will check the valence shell and you will find the electrons present in the s orbital of the valence shell. Plus means you will add these s electron in the valence shell to the electrons present in the penultimate d orbitals. Now remember that ultimate means the final orbital or final shell, while as when we write the penultimate, it means the second last shell. So first you will take the electrons from the valence s orbital, and secondly you will take the electron from the penultimate d orbitals. You will add them, you will sum up them, and finally you will subtract n from them. Now what is n? For the group 3rd B to 7th B, the value of n is equal to the 0. Means you will sum up the valence s electron and penultimate d electron, and then you will subtract 0. It means you will subtract nothing here. And in case of group 8th B, you have to do something different. Now one thing here, it is important to note that group number 8th B is consist of the 3 columns at the same time. So by adding the valence s electron plus penultimate d electron in the case of group 8b, if you will subtract 0 or subtract nothing and you find total 8 electron, it means the element belongs to the group number 8b. But if you add valence s electron and penultimate d electron and you subtract 1, then you find 8 electron, it means again it belongs to the second column of the 8th B group. And if you add valence s electron and penultimate d electron and then you subtract 2 to get 8 electron, it means again the element belongs to the second column of the third column of the group at B. So in other way, for the group for the element present in group 1st B and 2nd B, the value of n will be equal to 10. In these both cases, when you will add the valence s electron and penultimate d electron, then you will subtract 10 from in each case, then you will get the group number, means group 1st B and the 2nd B. This table can be very much helpful. You can also have a common sense. Without knowing the rules, you can find out the group of elements. So these are the groups starting from 3rd B. Remember, in the case of D block elements, starting group is 3rd B, then 4th B, 5th B, 6th B, 7th B, 8th B, then again 8th B, then again 8th B. Why I have mentioned 8th B 3 times? Because group 8th B is consist of 3 columns, then group 1st B, and finally group 2nd B. So remember, in case of D block, groups start from 3rd B and end at group 2nd B. Now come to the penultimate d electron. In the case of 3rd B, you will find here a single electron in the penultimate d orbital. In the case of 4th B, you will find 2 electron in penultimate d orbital, and likewise in 5th B you will find 3 electron in penultimate d orbital, up to the group 2nd B, where you will find 10 electron in the penultimate d orbital. If you remember, this sequence means starting from group 3rd B to 2nd B, and you remember this sequence of the 1 electron present in the penultimate d orbital to 10 electron present in the d orbital, you can also have a you can also generate a common sense, and you can apply this one to find out the position of element in the d block without bothering any kind of the rules. There is another way, that is total valence electron plus penultimate d electrons. Means this is also the way that you can find out the group number. If you find 3 total electrons present in valence s orbital and penultimate d orbitals, then it means that is group number 3rd B. Then you will find 4 electron for the 4th B, 5 electron for the 5th B, 6 electron for the 6th B, 7 electron for the 7th B, 8 electron for the 8th B, 9 electron for the 8th B, 10 electron for the 8th B. So here one thing is important, when you find total sum up to 8, 9 and 10, in all these 3 cases you have same group, that is group 8B. And if you find 11 electron, total sum of electron is equal to 11, then it is group number first B, and if there are total sum of electron that is equal to second B, 12, then it will be the group second B. So as I mentioned the formula here, that for the group first B and second B, n is equal to 10. For example, I simply apply here that if I subtract 10 from the 7, you will get 1, and that 1 will represent the 1B group. And here in this case 12 minus 10 will be equal to the 2, and it will give you the second B group. So coming to the examples, this is the first example here, an element whose atomic number is 19. We don't know the name, but we have to find out the position. Looking at the electronic configuration, we have placed 19 electrons according to the Aufbau principle or Offer principle of electronic configuration by following the sequence of energy 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s1. Here you will check that last electron is going to enter an s orbital. That's why this element belongs to the s block. And then second, you will check the valence shell number. Look at this one. This is the first shell, this is the second shell, this is second, this is third one, this is third one, this is the fourth one. It means this is the highest number which gives the last shell of this element. That means this element belongs to the group period number 4. And now check the electrons present in the valence shell. There is only one electron, that's why this will be group number 1. And remember, when we found that block S, means S block must be consist of the A group. That's why this element will fall in the first A group of the periodic table. So coming to the next example, this is an element having electronic configuration of 56. We have arranged electrons according to the increasing energy level as suggested by the rules of electronic configuration. So here you will see that this is the this one is the valence shell of an element. Here you will see again that the last electron is going to enter an s orbital, so this element also belongs to the s block. And then the highest number you will find here is 6. That's why this element belongs to the period number 6. And there are 2 electrons in the valence shell. That's why this element belongs to the group number second A. Coming to the third example, this is an element having atomic number 14. You will check this is the electronic configuration of this element 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p6. Now here you will see that the highest number is 3 and it is found with s as well as with p. That's why we will count both s and p orbital, and both are present in the valence shell. So now here the valence shell is consist of s as well as p orbitals. Now look at last electron is going to enter in p orbital. Though s is present in valence shell, p is present in valence shell, but when you will check the sequence, then first electrons are entered in s orbital and finally they are entering into the p orbital. So last entering electron will decide the block. As last electron enters here in the p orbital, that's why this element belongs to the p block. Now look at the highest number is 3 here. That is the valence shell of an element. It means this element belongs to the period number 3. And count the total electron in the valence shell, 2 plus 2, that is the 4. It means this element belongs to the group number 4. But as I already mentioned that all the elements present in S and P block, they belong to the A group of the periodic table. So whenever you find any group, then A and B must be in your sense that if the block is S and P, then group will be A. If the block is F and D, then the group will be B. So this is the fourth thing. Next example, an element having atomic number 53. We don't know the name, but we have to find the position. So looking at this one, now look at this one. Last electron is going to enter in p orbital according to the sequence. It means this element belongs to the p block. And the highest number you will check here is 5. That's why this element belongs to the period number 5. And sum of the electron present in the valence shell, 2 in S and 5 in P, so 5 plus 2 means 7. It means this element belongs to the group 7th A. Coming to the next example, that is the atomic number 29. Look at the sequence of the electrons arranged here. So you will see here first that 4s2, 4 is the highest number here, so 4s2 means this 4s orbital is present in the valence shell, while as the 3d, that is 1 less than the 4s, is penultimate shell. Now first look at this one, that last electron is going to enter in d orbital. That's why this element belongs to the d block. Now in case of d block, you might have remembered that we have to add up the penultimate d electron and valence s electron, then can we find out the group. By the way, before going to group, first you check the highest number in this sequence, coefficient number. This is 1, this is 2, this is 2, this is 3, 3, 4, 3. It means highest number here is 4, so this element is present in period number 4. Now add up the electron and valence s orbital and the penultimate d orbital. So you will see here that total electron is 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2 means 11. Now coming to the strategy rules, that if we subtract 0 we get 8, it means that it is 8 group. But this is not the case here. When we subtract 0 from the 11, the result is 11 and there is no any 11 group. If we subtract 1, then we get 8, it means again it is at B group, but that is also not the case. But simply, as I suggested you that for the first B and second B group, you can subtract 10. So 9 plus 2 means 11. When you subtract 10 from the 11, you will get 1. It means this is the group number 1, and D block always have the B groups. That's why this is the group number first B. So an example, we have an element having atomic number 73. This is the sequence according to the rules of electronic configuration. Here you will see that highest shell found in this element is 6, and second thing, last electron is going to enter in the d orbital here, so this element belongs to the d block. And when we will find the group, you already know that we have to sum up these both electrons, but before adding the electron we have to find the period. Period will can be exhibited by looking at the highest shell number, that is the 6 here. That's why this element is present in 6 period. By finding the group, we have to add up these both electron, means valence s and penultimate d. So 2 plus 3 means 5. So this element belongs to the group number 5b. Coming to the next example, we have an element, its atomic number is 64. Again the electronic configuration series is placed here. So here you will see that the last electron is going to enter in f orbital. That's why this element belongs to the f block. And looking at the highest number, that is 6 here, that's why this element is present in period number 6. While as adding up the electron in the valence s and the f orbitals, but that strategy where you will add electron in the outermost shell and penultimate d orbital can be followed for the d block. But as I suggested you earlier, that whenever you observe that last electron is entering in f block, then you have no need to go in further detail to find out the group number, because all of the element present in f block belongs to the same group, and that is group number 3b. So here the group is understood. That's why I have not added up or subtract any kind of the number. Last element, atomic number 99, we don't know the name, but we have to find out the position. So looking at the electronic configuration, here you will see that last electron enters in f orbital. That's why this element belongs to the f block. Looking at the highest number in this electronic configuration, and that is 7, it means that element is present in period number 7. Now if we decided that element belongs to f block, then we have no need to count anything, but we have simply placed that this element belongs to the group number 3b.